Good God, I will never forget this night. That night I was with AR. We went to meet BPI in their main office in Makati. To get there was, needless to say, field trip across the Philippines. We took virtually every single form of public transportation possible. Went to the LRT station, LRT, MRT, taxi when we got to Makati to get to the BPI office, a cab to Katipunan Extension, where I walked the entire Katipunan Extension, only to find that right to overcharge me to get to Ateneo. When I got into Ateneo, I said, thank God I'm here in one piece. Now, it may not seem like a big deal for most of you, but for me it is. I grew up super sheltered and super overprotected. I went to an all-girls Catholic private high school. I was raised in a conservative, closed Roman Catholic family. So, until now, my parents still treat me like a child. Could you believe I'm not allowed to go to Katipunan? Sinusundo pa ako ng kotse para makapunta ako ng national. I mean, come on, right? But being in Ateneo Lex and being active in Ateneo Lex has forced me to disobey my parents. While being in Lex, being active in Lex, despite the constricting circumstances I am in, I push through and persevere. I do my job to the fullest of my abilities to the best of my powers. I learned everything that I can and did all that I can for the department, for the organization, during the past year as an AVP for both external relations and creative communications. I stand before all of you today. It was a big part of my life. I stand before you today a matured version of myself, a better version of myself that, like a steel sword tried by fire and forged in flame, I went through difficult circumstances, trials and challenges, only to emerge stronger, more capable, and more reliable in trying times. In my platform, based on my experiences, both personal and in the department, is just having a lot of fun in the process. The projects and programs I've come up with are geared towards the fulfillment of these goals. So let me paint you guys a picture. Imagine starting off the year with a bang. External Relations General Assembly Plus, which is basically a mixer for all of the members of the External Relations Department in order for them to get to know each other and the projects that they'll come up with, that they'll encounter in the year ahead. It's not just a PowerPoint in a classroom anymore. Let's shake it up a bit by going to UST. This year, we will fully implement LMX, or Legal Management Exchange, which is an exchange program in partnership with UST where you get to spend one day as a Tomashan and they in turn come here to be Athenians. As you grow and develop in the classroom, it's time to bring that up in a more mature, in an environment that caters at the same time, help out small to medium enterprises grow and develop their businesses. Come Christmas time, you will be able to experience the first external relations outreach program where you get to extend, expose, and experience an environment that's different from the one that we're more used to, which is with business, in the business context and with our peers. With the outreach program I propose to do, we say that, so aside from this won't happen all on your own. We're all going to do this together, and this is what I plan to do to enforce that. We will be having in the External Relations Department the individual consultations for AVPs and PMs. One of the problems we observed in the past year was that there was no check and balance, there was no continuity that happened throughout the school year. It would always happen at the start and then go on your own. People didn't have this. We will be having the individual consultations for AVPs and PMs to address problems as they rise to nip them in the bud before they cause a domino effect with other problems. Aside from that, with the individual consultations that will be taken into account as a whole with the FGD for the External Relations Department or the focus group discussion zone to make a bigger and better External Relations Department. So I represent both the LM and the non-LM member of the Ateneo Lex, coming from LM but shifting out to English Lit. So technically, Lex is my homework anymore since I'm not in LM. Technically, since I'm not in